Hello everyone, I am Barkha from insurtech and Webner. In my previous video, I explained how FormCruise facilitates creating simple custom forms on top of Accord PDFs so that your customers will see short and precise forms. You still get the Accord PDF populated with data. In this video, I'm going to explain how to create a user-friendly custom form within FormCruise and how to map the form to the corresponding Accord forms. So watch this video to understand how easy it is to create custom web forms with FormCruise. To get started, you need to visit the FormCruise website. You can sign in with Google. After signing in, you can see the configuration menu is visible here. Let's click on the custom forms menu link. Let me start creating a new custom form by clicking on the add new button. This first page is about the meta information of the custom form. In the first field, which is for form title, you have to enter a title for your form. Here I am entering personal auto insurance. The next field is the form description. It is optional to enter and only for your internal use, not for the end user. The next form field is to select the corresponding Accord form that will be filled with data entered by the user. It is optional since custom forms can be used without Accord forms as well. I am selecting Accord 90 here. All the Accord forms for personal and commercial lines of business are available. You can also map one custom form to multiple Accord forms to autofill multiple Accord forms with a single set of data. In the next field, which is the layout field, you need to select a layout for your form. The section per page layout shows your user one section on one page, while the single page layout shows the entire form on a single page. I am selecting the section per page layout. The next field, which is the form post URL, you need to enter the URL where you will receive the JSON output back when any user will fill out your form. This will be the URL of a program hosted at your end, which will receive the JSON of the data filled in by your lead. The Accord form that is autofilled, link to the PDF of that will also be sent to this URL. For this demo, I am entering the URL here according to my demo site. After this, let's click on the proceed to form design button and move on to the next page. On this page, you can design the form with actual sections and elements you want to display. Click on the add section bar. Suppose I want to start a new section with the title your auto insurance rates today. I will enter this in the section name here. The description can also be entered here to describe the section, and the description will appear on the form. So enter this description considering what you want to explain to the end user. I am leaving it blank for now as it is optional. You can also see a show hide section icon here. If you will set this to hidden, the end user will not see the section on the form. Click on the save section button. And as you can see, this section is added to the form. Now under this section, you can add form elements for data collection. Click on add element link and the form will open. Suppose the first I want to ask for is the zip code with input type text. I will enter zip code in the label text box. In the placeholder, I can add a hint like enter your zip code. So I am entering here. In the description, you can add more detail about this element, like the zip code will be considered for insurance premium calculation. You can enter a default value to show in this field on the page load if you want. Further, you need to select an e-label to map this field value to an acordform e-label. This mapping is very important since based on this, the custom form values will be populated into acordform. Finally, you can mark this field as mandatory with this checkbox. Click on Save Element to add this element to the section. You can select this section and more elements can be added below that. Moving forward, we will add more sections on this page. Here I am adding a section with the title Vehicle 1 Information. Click on the Add Section button, and as you can see, the section has been added. I am going to add some elements in this section now. Click Add Element to add VIN number of the vehicle. In the input type, I am choosing the text format. In the label option, I am writing VIN here. In the placeholder, I can write the hint like enter your VIN number. In the e-label, you have to add the matching e-label here. So here I am selecting an e-label to map this field value to an acordform e-label. I am also making it mandatory so that user is not able to proceed to the next page without entering the VIN number. After this, I will click on the Save Element button. So the element has been added now. Similarly, I add the vehicle make element. In the input type, I am going to choose the pick list this time. Now in the options, I need to define the values to be shown in the pick list. One value on one line. For this demo purpose, I am going to add the names of 6 to 7 vehicle makers to the pick list. Click Done. The options are defined. I am entering the label as vehicle make. And finally, I am choosing the appropriate e-label to map this field value of an acordform. I will then click the Save Element. So the element has been saved now. Further, I am going to add the vehicle year element. Once more, I am going to select the pick list input type, the same I did earlier. I am adding 6 to 7 vehicle years to the pick list options. I am typing the label name as vehicle year. And setting the corresponding e-label to map this field value to the acordform element. After it, I will click on the Save Element button, and the element has been saved now. Similarly, I am going to add the vehicle model element with the pick list type. So here I am adding the 6 to 7 vehicle models. The label is going to be vehicle model. I am also going to map it to the accord from e-label. So finally I am saving this element. So the element has been saved now. Now I am going to add a second section with the title Vehicle to Information. Just like vehicle 1, I can add elements to it. For this demo, I am not going to add elements to this section, but I want to explain to you that you can display certain sections based on some conditions. Like only if the user has to add a second vehicle, this section should be visible to him. For now, let's save this section without elements. I am going to add one more section with the title Current Insurance Carrier. As you will see shortly, if the user does not have to fill in the second vehicle information, he will see the current insurance carrier section. I am saving this section and I am not adding any elements to it for the purpose of this demo, although in reality you will add them. Let me go back to the vehicle 1 section. I am going to add another element here to demonstrate how we can take the user to different sections based on their answers.